Hey guys! So the number one question most people ask when they find out that you are full-time traveling is how do you afford it? Which is a very valid question. It is like anything in life that if you want it bad enough, you will make it work. So today I am going to go through with you the ways that we save money on the road. And I also want to preface that by saying that this is definitely not a budget video. We are maybe not the best people to look for how much to spend on a road, how to budget your expenses, because we don't necessarily follow one. Before you can do any of these tips, the most important thing is to know where your money's going and have a rough idea of how much you want to be spending on everything. In all sort of aspects of it, you just have to know where your priorities lie and what you want to spend the money on and what is important to you to spend less money on. If you've already done those steps and now you're just looking to cut down expenses, then this is the video for you. Something that I have done for as long as I can remember is I always prioritize places that have rewards points, a reward system, a loyalty membership, something like that, where what you're spending adds up to you getting, whether it be freebies, money off, discount vouchers, something of that nature. Obviously, if something's a lot cheaper at one place and not the place that you get the rewards, you go where it's cheaper. But a lot of places, there's a recommended retail price. If it's the same, if it's going to cost you the same everywhere, I would rather get something back for it. The example being Bunnings, Officeworks, Coles, Kmart, all use Flybuys. Anything a part of the Woolworths rewards group, you would then get the Woolies rewards points. Priceline, as a chemist, has their own rewards system. Super cheap. Another thing that we do to chop down just a little bit of money, but everything adds up. That's kind of what I'm going to be stressing in this video, guys, is how much every little thing adds up to a bigger saving over time. So something that we do is buy pretty much everything on gift cards. So we have an NRMA membership that gets you a lot of discounted gift cards, anywhere from 3 to 8%. And if there's anywhere that we want to buy something, we buy the gift card, because then you get, maybe it's only a couple of dollars off, but as I said, it adds up. Woolies rewards also do discounts and bonus points from time to time. So if you spend $250 on a gift card, you might get 2,000 bonus points, which is $10. And then you're spending the same money there anyway. We also get gift cards for things like Dan Murphy's, BCF, Super Cheap, things like that. One of my favorite ways to shave a couple of dollars off every month is having the Coles Plus something membership and the Everyday Extra. So what that gets you, they're both pretty much the same. Woolies was a one-off $70 for a year. And then Coles is $7 a month, and that gets you 10% off a shop a month up to $500. So we just try and do 2 big shops, one at each a month. So if you spend $499, let's say, on a massive shop that's going to last you a couple of weeks, or all on things that you're backstocking, then you can get $49 off straight away. Plus you get double rewards points, and there's little bonuses, there's at least one freebie at Woolies every month where you just go in, you scan it, and it wipes the money off because you get it for free. And just while we're still on food shopping and things, I personally think that you are silly if you're not doing click and collect, unless you only need a couple of items last minute or something. But for your bulk or weekly shopping, click and collect means that you are getting, if you selected an item, you can select the home brand cheapest option. If they don't have it in stock, they give you the next brand up or something similar. Usually it's the same item, it's just the name brand, or the organic option or something. If you were in store and they didn't have what you wanted, you just have to pay the extra to get that alternate item, whereas you get it for the same price. They price match everything. So I just think, when I first started doing it, I almost felt a little bit silly for just getting, $100 shop, click and collect. It's oh, I could just be walking in to get this, but it's almost silly if then they're substituting items for free to not do that. Another way to boost those points is Coles have partnered up with the Pure Profile Perks survey team. So I know it sounds a little bit dorky, but when you're on the road, you do have spare time to just kind of sit around, do a quick survey. So just for 10-20 minutes every so often, I can get 500 bonus points, that kind of thing. And that all adds up because same deal, 2,000 points is $10 off your shopping. Or then there's a whole, if you do a lot of flights, then you can look into transferring them to Velocity rewards, but we don't really fly anywhere. So that's not something I've looked into at this stage. We just use everything for money off our shopping. And that's actually a great way to get you know, like if I sat down and did them for a day, like I'm earning those $10 off just from sitting there giving my opinion on something. And then a similar scheme to doing like the gift cards and the bonus points and things is seeing if your bank, or if you're looking at changing banks, maybe picking one that has a rewards option. So like I know ANZ, CBA, Westpac and NAB definitely have like money off or like special partnerships. So like sometimes you just get a little like notification like, oh, spend X here and get X money off. And sometimes there's really convenient things like food delivery, money off, like your Coles or Woolies shopping, BCF, like clothing retailers, that kind of thing. Yes, you're actually in negative money if you're buying something that you don't need, but if like you're buying, like Ben needs to stock up his lures and stuff a lot, so he's spending money at BCF anyway, so if you can get that extra $10 off. Also tying into banks is if it's something that you're utilizing, definitely having a high interest savings account. And there's sort of a give and a take with it. If you are doing a working holiday like us, you can definitely get a even higher interest savings account where you have to make X amount of payments each month. Like some of them are quite high. Some of them you can get just adding in $100 a month though. And you can kind of jimmy that up like by just moving, if you have extra in either a different savings or a just everyday account, just funneling that $100 every month for a little bit while you're not working, then you're still getting the bonus interest. And don't be afraid to switch around. If someone's having a good deal, brand loyalty is not really valued these days. They're not looking to keep your business, they're looking to get new business. So don't be afraid to jump around if it's going to get you a better deal. But even if you're not really making much money while doing this, just having any kind of interest earning savings account for your rainy day fund is going to help a lot. Even if it's only a few dollars a month, that's still adding up with all of these other things that you're doing to save a few dollars a month, which equals hundreds at the end of the year. Okay, definitely a big one that we do to cut down on costs is we limit our subscription services. So currently we have Stan because we're watching some series on that, and we do have KO, but we always cancel KO outside of footy season. And once we're done with the series on Stan, or if we want to watch something on a different streaming service, like say if we want to go to Netflix, then we'll cancel Stan. We only have generally one at a time, but just with footy season we do keep KO as well. And then, yeah, once we don't need it weekly, we'll just cancel it and then get it back once we need it again. And we only have one streaming service at a time for watching, like, TV. Same with our internet. We kind of swap and change depending on our needs. Right now, while we're in outback Queensland and have been rural for quite some time, we do have Starlink, which the quality is amazing, but the price tag is a little heftier. So once we're back on the coast, we'll probably switch back to Telstra just with a little like Wi-Fi SIM, because the reception is fine on the coast. We wouldn't get it here, but once we're back on the coast, we can save a bit of money just by switching. There's no cancellation fees for either. You just do it month to month. Like, it's a bit of a hassle, but also we travel full time, so we have the time to manage these things. So another one that it does have to do with food, again, kind of backtracking, sorry, and there's different ways of doing it, but you just, once you find something that works for you, sticking with it. So what I see as the two major options are, if you tend to just spend a lot of money on things that maybe you didn't need, definitely meal planning and then writing your grocery list based on that meal plan and buying exactly what you need. The other way is then shopping by sales, kind of putting like the fruit and veg and meats that are on sale in your cart, anything like from the pantries that you like that's on sale, and then building your meal plan based on those sales. I kind of do a mix of them both. I have generally some meals that I know I want to make, and then the extra meals to kind of fill out the rest of the week I will do based on what like produce is on sale. That's also something that doing the click and collect helps with, because you're not walking through the aisles being like, oh, that chocolate looks good, or like, oh, there's, a special on that. You've already decided this is my shopping list and this is exactly what I'm getting. And definitely backstocking, particularly personal care items like toiletries, but also some non-perishable foods. I don't think I ever have, and I hopefully never will, pay full price for toothpaste or deodorant and things like that, because under one of our seats we just have, whenever like the shampoo, toothpaste, that kind of stuff, all goes on sale, we just buy an extra one. So we're never paying full price for it. If the week that we need it, it's not on sale, we've already got it. Definitely bulk making food, which is a little bit trickier in a caravan. Like, we're not meal prepping for the entire week. But we do make like beans or like chickpeas or something in bulk rather than using cans for each meal. I cook rice in bulk so that I don't have to be using the gas to cook it every night, or if I'm using it for lunches for a week, I just scrape a little bit out of the leftovers container. Buying like a bigger roast and then slicing that up for sandwich meat for the week. If we're having something like curry or stir fry, just making a little bit extra, and then we can have that for dinner again either the following night or the night after. I feel like most people do this, but I just wanted to mention like limiting big purchases to event sales. So if you know, you want a new hairdryer or tool or just any kind of like bigger expense, like new fridge for the caravan, the paddleboard, anything like that, it is probably going to benefit you to wait until like an end of financial year sale, a Black Friday, a Boxing Day, something of that nature, just to be getting the, like, if it's something you can wait on. Obviously if something's broken and you have to replace it, then that's the situation that you're in. If it's just like a want and you can wait a couple of months for it, it's usually worthwhile. An audiobook subscription is also kind of a waste of money in my mind. Most libraries, and some of them you will have to join just wherever your sort of like legal residing address is. So mine's technically in Moreton Bay, so the Moreton Bay libraries offer a free like audiobook subscription with their free membership. So ours is with Libby, and we just download the audiobook version of any book, like the really popular ones. You just like wait in line like you would at a library for the physical copy, because they only have a certain amount of licenses, but like at most you wait like a week and then you can listen to current releases for free. And lastly, another one that I think most people know about, but I did have a friend once tell me that I changed her life by introducing it to her, so I do think it's worth mentioning, the 7-Eleven Fuel Lock app. So again, this isn't really going to work in like outback Queensland, but if you're on the coast or anywhere with 7-Eleven stores, it is so worthwhile locking in a good fuel price. It lasts for 7 days, and then even if the price goes up, you just pay the lower price that you locked it in at. And you don't have to, it uses like your 5 closest 7-Eleven stores, so you can kind of, if you're traveling around a city a bit, you can kind of gauge it as to where you're picking up the best price and then utilize that at a place that is convenient for you. And I think that that is everything. Saving money is definitely something that I'm passionate about, so there's probably other things that I haven't thought of today. I might start to make a list. I can do a update video another time if you are interested. But yeah, I hope that these tips do help somebody out there. Most of them are just for shaving off a couple of dollars here and there, but I cannot stress enough how much those things add up and how important they are overall. If you're looking at like over 365 days, how much money just the little dollar here and there really does save you in the long run, which is really important when you are doing something like traveling full-time, or even just traveling for any long amount of time. These things should help you. Also, feel free to leave anything that you do to help save money that I have missed in the comments below. And that is everything. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.